Distinct beats.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it, one take. We not even doing it again. Keep that's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 126. We in the building. You ain't know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Brezzy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yes. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all doing out there?
If you didn't know that song, that was Sexy Red, Looking for the Hoes. We still promoting Slut Me Out season. Maybe for the rest of the summer, we're going to be putting a lot of, promiscuous music out here just so y'all could get a little vibe for the Slut Me Out season, though. But you know how this goes. Please follow us on all social media. This might not go well. If you're in branded deals, business opportunities, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. And please go download the Alive Podcast app on iOS and Android and subscribe to our show and follow and like to show us your support. Episode 126. We in the building. How you feeling this week, brother?
I'm here. No, I was just playing. I'm okay. I'm okay. Definitely. Still putting in that work, doing a lot of self-development, self-growth, reshifting a lot of mindset. I sound like a hotep. Anyways, definitely just, in a space of constant growth, just pushing myself out of my comfort zone, but with goals in mind. So I've definitely been in that kind of wave, a little tired, but at the same point, I'm happy to be here, happy to be number one, according to Good Pods. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but, shout out to just, seeing the work that you put in, come to fruition and it's resulted in the positive stuff. And even with the negative that comes with it, you kind of, it keeps you working. So I'm chilling. How you feeling?
That's a fact. That's a fact. But speaking of negativity, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like as I'm getting older, like the cliches of life just really are more profound to me. I just realized, like, even with negativity, you need it.
You do need it.
I don't know. It doesn't it fuel you a little bit to have some negativity? I know it sounds weird. You feel me? But like, I don't want too much of a easygoing, feel free. Like, obviously, I want that to be the majority of my life and just my pathways. But I need a little bit of adversary. I need a little bit of
adversity,
setback. I need a little, something to fuel me, to give me that fuel to push forward and to be uncomfortable and to grow. And I feel like, as like the cliche, if you're not growing every day, you're not living. And I think as I'm getting older now, I think that is speaking more to me every day.
Can I speak to that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that a lot of times you try to avoid negativity. You try to control situations. You try to put yourself in a situation to insulate you from anything that could cause you social, emotional, physical, even physical harm, like work at the gym. Nigga, I've been in the gym since Saturday almost every day. Been working out consistently the last 2.5 weeks. And that shit I wouldn't do normally. And it's like, even with the pain, it's like, he's like, oh shit, it's a lot of it is mental. And it's like that adversity and that negativity. It's like, the shit I'm doing is called productive struggle, right? Like, and productive stress. There's a certain threshold that you're supposed to be able to reach. And that you can't get there without putting yourself in situations that are going to force you to grow. So it's like, in school, in work, relationships, there's a certain level of work you got. Everything can't come easy. And I think one thing I've realized is that a lot of decisions I've made have definitely been in a space of like trying to make other people feel comfortable. So even if shit was getting easy, it wasn't inherently easy for me because I had to do so much, I feel like, to, allow people. And it's like I had to pull myself back. And now it's like, even with the selflessness now, it's kind of like, all right, now there's a reason. Like, I feel like I'm understanding the reasons I'm doing that, but at the same point, it's about creating that authentic feeling for yourself and now re-entering those spaces in that mindset. Because now it's like, all right, cool. If I'm still going to be that type of person, it's like, now it's like, I get it. And it's like, I'm going to give you who I need to be to excel, as opposed to who you want me to be so you can be comfortable. So definitely productive struggle, embracing negativity. And even, I'm not a Kobe guy, but I get the mindset. It was just like, when we chilling, but when it's time to go, we got to be on go, and that's on everything. So the pod, work, relationships, life, friendships, like that's really the mentality we all got to have, and that's what I'm trying to embody right now. So
that's a fact, and Rome was built a day, and that's something that I ain't gonna lie, I needed to learn this year. Not that I was one of the new millennials that need instant gratification or instant work, but you know, like what you said, you have to put your head down and just build. And then when you just lift your head up that one day and see what you have built. And I feel like I have to adopt that mentality a bit more and possibly almost in everything. And I feel like I kind of lost the way a little bit of putting my head down and just go to work. You know, it's like, you know, whenever you try to finish work, you kind of put your head down and look up, put your head down and look up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like you just got to just put your head down and then have even life or something else make you lift your head up, and then you can see the results and see that the obstacles that's in your way kind of thins out after a while.
Big fact. And stop.
Okay, look at us.
Don't forget too. Don't stop downplaying your accomplishments too. Because I really realized a lot of times people congratulate you and she'll be like, "Nigga, I ain't done nothing yet." But it's like you're doing things and you're in spaces and you're doing shit that people around you either haven't reached yet or aren't doing yet. And it's like, even if you only get but so far, you might have opened up somebody else to keep pushing, and you know they remember you and you guys can build a network. So like, yo, anytime somebody say congratulations, shout out to Alonce, I think she posted this, like, yo, just embrace that shit and apologize.
Stop comparing yourself too. Comparison is a thief of joy. Please stop comparing yourself. You don't understand what the other person's journey looked like, and I'm saying this to myself and to the listeners as well. You don't know what that person's journey like. Hey, it could be an easy one, it could be a tough one. That's their journey. Focus on your path. Focus on your journey. I feel like with social media and just, you know, I even go across that. Like I come across some people they went to college with, and I'd be like, oh shit, you got this going for you. That. Don't compare yourself. I don't know what they did to get there. They did it on their own. Let me do my shit. Everybody else got a different book and different chapters in it. All right. You know, give you a little positivity. You know, a little slut me out season positivity over here. But Slick, man, this, I ain't gonna hold you. This had the Twitter, the internet, social media on a tilt. The search for the 25-year-old nurse student, Carlee Russell. Am I saying her name right?
Yeah, that's how it look on the paper.
Slick, take it away from here, Slick.
I'm not even on the front, bro. I have been so disconnected. I overheard this story, and I just turned my head. I believe she was missing. She was found in a Best Western, one of those like budget motel joints, right? Am I correct? Is this the story? Yeah.
So apparently, she was allegedly kidnapped in Alabama last week while attempting to help a toddler on the interstate. Now, she just recently got found, and her mysterious return have captivated national attention, but law enforcement are saying that she possibly had not been abducted at all, and there's no evidence of the lost child. So this is what having everybody, because, you know, and I want to be very serious with this part, is there are tons of black women, just tons of black people in general across the United States that are missing. Hopefully y'all are found or by whatever way. So every time we see a case like this, I commend us black folks for making this a national news and trying to get this woman safe home. But the stories are not adding up. What's your thoughts?
It's, you know, since it's like still a pending situation, I don't want to go too deep. But I think if it was a falsification, if she was lying, that definitely is a smudge. Because it's like, I think as black people, we do ride for ours, you know? And then it's unfortunate because it does detract away from the actual women that are being kidnapped, if this is the case. And it's just one of those frustrating things. It's like, what's going on? And you already see the conversation is shifting from the seriousness of it to jokes. Like, I saw they was getting on the AKAs. They was getting on anybody that supported.
I ain't gonna lie, AKA. Okay, I gotta keep my slander on the low, but AKAs, y'all over here. Y'all got a stripper ring. Y'all was over here scared. You didn't know about that story? They had like one of their members pimping out a chapter and getting money from this. Y'all was over here scamming money from the national. I ain't gonna lie, AKAs, I love y'all, but get y'all shit together. Continue.
They was getting, like I said, they was getting on the AKAs, is getting on people that made comments, like they was pulling up her old tweets and stuff. I don't even know if this was. I saw a tweet. I don't know if it's true. They was saying like, what was her Google search? Like she's searching like how to get away with robbery, like how to commit a murder. Like they was really getting on her, and I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Because again, as an onlooker, like I heard this, I was like, that's wild. I hope she's okay. And it's like, oh, she was lying. What? I think those are the stories that do a lot of damage. Because again, the black internet is. I'm not gonna say black Twitter, but the black web is just. It's powerful when we get behind something. So for that to be that, it's kind of like people want really like the next serious situation might turn a blind. Like, what if this motherfucker lying? Meanwhile, they could be going through it, fighting for their life. So it's just a matter of like, I hope this sounds crazy. Like, I hope it really happens so that we can get over this. But if it was in fact a fabrication, that is very disappointing and is poor judgment on her part. Apparently,
she showed up naked with socks, and she had money in her socks, and she said that the kidnappers allowed her to have the money. It was a whole bunch of holes in the story, bro. And I'm over here like,
like I said, speculation. I need more before I really take a crazy deep dive. I hope she gets the help she needs. In regard, whatever happened.
Facts. Can you load up this TikTok? Because there was just one woman on TikTok, and it's on our Twitter. Is one woman that got over 1 million likes because she's from Alabama, and she was advocate because this is an interstate that she used often, and this is her response to them finding her and finding out what she has been doing. I just wanted to have this little video play real quick. Let me know when you good.
I got you. Give me a second. This is wild. Like this is why black people can't have nothing. I got you.
This is Carlee Russell. Carlee, bitch, you was lying this whole motherfucking time. You got me on here acting like I'm Oprah Winfrey, ho. Bitch, I done peeled off every single one of my lashes, ho, because I'm so stressed out about you, bitch. I'm talking about I keep watching the highway footage. I just swear up and down a midget got you in a headlock, bitch. But that's really you going in your back seat to get the snacks from Target, bitch. Bitch, I done called my grandma about you, ho. I done told my grandma to create a prayer circle for you. I really was worried. Then you done stole from your fucking job. You done put the money in your sock. Bitch, you done rolled up to your mama's house butt ass naked, but you got some money in your sock. Some of the kidnappers gave it to me. So the kidnappers gave you a parting gift. This why they don't believe us when we be missing, bitch. It's really people out here that need fucking help and you wasting our time because you trying to make a nigga mad. You finna piss me the fuck off, Carlee. I really made a video about this shit. I don't be speaking on nothing, but I spoke on your lying ass. And you had to be from Birmingham, too.
Speculation. We just gonna throw speculation out there. But if this was over a nigga, boy. That's all
I think that kind of justifies all the feelings that we have currently right now about the whole situation. Word. That sums it up perfectly.
Word.
Now, Shein, y'all niggas getting a RICO. RICO. Y'all thought they only get a Young Thug in them? Now, Shein, Fashion Over you next, motherfucker. Go ahead.
At least Fashion Over got brand deals. I feel like Fashion Over got they got to sign the patent. They clothes got a little expensive in the past too. But essentially, what's
pretty
going
little
on?
Things be on your head top. Pretty Little Things.
They might be next. They might literally be next. Nah. So if you're unfamiliar with the clothing company Shein, they are a fast fashion brand out of China. Essentially, if you want to style but you don't want to pay express prices or H&M prices or Target prices, Shein probably makes the exact same outfit that you want. Maybe at a lesser material, but they make it, and you can get it for like $7 an item. But if you go on their website, what you'll find is a lot of the clothing that they make are, they plagiarize. That's probably the proper word. They are stealing designs. They are, blatantly copying, artist designs and images. But one of the major things that we're seeing is that with the company, with all the copying of the designs, essentially, people want their bread, so they trying to sue Shein. And when you try to sue Shein, essentially they refer you to one company that sends you to another company that sends you to another company. So essentially, it's not a drug RICO.
Shit, it's a scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. It's one of them 4X niggas over here.
Like they said on that Issa Rae show, seducing scheme. They were seducing us with their prices while they were scheming the artists. So essentially, the case is saying that every one of those companies, Shein is actually in charge of, but they set it up in a way so you try to sue Shein, you never get into the main person. By the time you get to the actual end of the rainbow, you done spent all your bread. So for independent artists and people that are, licensing their designs, they really don't have the funds to make those moves happen. So niggas was like,
bro, this is where all the 4X niggas went, bro.
That's smart.
Remember we asked like a few episodes ago, like, yo, where the 4X niggas? Niggas was heavy during the pandemic, pre-pandemic. Niggas was always trying to get you to join, and niggas went quiet. We found out y'all niggas is the head of Pretty Little Thing, Shein, and Fashion Nova. That's what y'all want y'all hustles to? Okay.
That's a smart play. It's a smart play, but I mean, I don't know like how much work. It's an international company. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know what you get from this. All I know is I've had a Shein cart for about a year. So if they about to do like a everything 99-cent sale, I'm about to just load that bitch up. Just pay the 500. You can get 500 pieces. I'll go on vacation just cause I saved the bread. Like, oh word, I got 100 pieces from Shein for 25 cents. It's lit.
I ain't gonna lie, all you influencers out here, y'all better get it now. Y'all better get it now, cause the RICO come in. The RICO, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. All right, let's get into some music over here, brother man. Nas, you from Queens. Slick, talk about your man Nas. So Nas is coming out with an album. I want to make sure I get the
Magic 2
title. Magic 2. And we were just discussing in pre-production, Nas has changed the narrative on his legacy. Now, granted, please, all you hip-hop historians, please don't come. I know we number one now. Don't come to our head tops. We do this music shit over here. What I mean by his legacy is nobody ever denied Nas' lyrical capability and his rapping skills. But the narrative on his career, especially album-wise, is he never won no awards, and the production on his albums were always subpar. So yes, you have someone spitting fire lyrics, but the production made the song garbage. But in the last 5 years, especially sitting down with a younger producer like Hit Boy, shout out to Hit Boy, because he got all the hits, boy, Drizzy. Nas basically shift the narrative of his career. Now he can go, to be honest with you now, and I'm from Brooklyn and we're going to talk about this artist too, he can go head to head with him now. Oh. Before 5 years ago, it was a clear distinction between both of them. Clear. Currently now, I think Nas has tremendously reduced the gap between him and Jay-Z. That's my hot take.
On paper.
Let's be honest with you. Jay-Z got some duds. I ain't gonna hold you. Jay-Z definitely got some duds. And I'm from Brooklyn. This is sacrilegious for me to even say this, though.
But that's why I said on paper, because I'm like, Nas, we know what Nas got. And you talking about bodies of work. We Illmatic, Stillmatic, Life's Good. But I get what you're saying. Those in between Stillmatic and Life's Good is some questionable decisions. But he's got some classics. But I guess in this run, I think he has shown, I'm not going to go into the argument about, his lifetime projects. I'm going to say that he has shown how to age gracefully in hip hop while still staying relevant. You feel me? Like the idea that Nas has come out back to back to back projects, little promotion. He's the business guy. Like he has done everything without having to say much. His stock portfolio looking nice. The records, when you listen to, like the crazy part about it, even if you're not a lyrical hip hop fan, you go and play the albums, there's shit that stands out. It's high quality. The bars and the music.
And he tapped into the younger group too, because I know in some of the projects he had ASAP Ferg, he had Fabio, he had a lot of the younger artists, so he wasn't on that old nigga timing. Because I feel like sometimes with the old niggas, since they sort of dislike hip hop so much, not dislike, but they dislike the new generation, that they stay away from it. And I think Nas, after a while, because Nas is the one that started hip hop is dead shit that had everybody going crazy during that time. I think he finally embraced it, and instead of jumping into their world per se, he brought them into his world, but added their little modern twist to it. And I think that's been the formula that's been working for him, and also getting a young producer like Hit Boy too.
Absolutely, he got his first Grammy in 2021, based off of the first King's Disease and just the run of Elevate. I think, like you said, alluding to Hov, like legend, but outside of 444, he hasn't really had too many in the Beyonce collabs. There hasn't really been a whole project since, what was it, after the Black album, that was really like, oh shit, this is Hovito. This is what we're looking for. There was a lot of great rollouts and great hype around it.
We ain't forget about Kingdom Come, Jay-Z. We ain't forget about that.
Kingdom Come. You feel me? He was able to, but he's been able to do the mainstream thing, the businessman, all of that. Like he's come up, but I think this Nas is literally giving niggas the blueprint on how to age gracefully. And we see even now some of our heroes is getting up there: Kendrick, Cole, Drake, Sean, Wale. Like guys that we came up, Cuddy, like we came up on like in our teenage years that we came to affectionately who shifted the sound. They get to that point, like how do you transition? You see Cole, his future run, Cole eating everything he on. Drizzy still understands how to make a hit in his sleep, which is why I think we get frustrated because we like, yo, I need the depth, and we didn't even put that on the docket today. We probably jump into that too, and then fucking Kendrick every year, every at this point every 3.5 years.
I ain't gonna lie, yo, Kendrick really an LA nigga. I don't know if you saw real quick. I don't know if you saw his workout video. My nigga looked like he was saying 1-2 Compton.
He really was working out like he was on the yard, like he was in county, like he was dead in county getting it in. But nah, let's switch gears and talk about HOV in the Brooklyn Public Library and how they showing
the Book of HOV. Shout out, even though we did kind of slander you real quick, but I want to give you your flowers, bro. Just one of the hip hop's most influential figures. He finally got his own, what would you like to say, display at the Brooklyn Public Library, and it just showed a lot. And I ain't gonna hold you, celebrating his life, celebrating his album, celebrating his accomplishment. I ain't gonna lie, I saw this video of Tata dancing, and they was like, yo, this is how gangster movies supposed to end. And just the transformation from selling crack, doing all that, to now being a billionaire with the hottest chick in the game, wearing your chain, and to be so influential and to have so much business and everything. Yo, I can't even say too much about it, bro.
You go about the
props.
You go to the blueprint of like agent rappers and businessmen. Like, yeah, Nas might got the music, but HOV, the catalog he's built, when HOV can give you a verse, which is still legendary, the business moves, Billy's, the family, he has lived multiple lives. He hasn't capped himself in one space. And I think that is the lesson, especially as young black men, even though we 30, but we gonna be still young. As young black men, your story doesn't stop at a certain point of success. You have to constantly revise, revisit, and retry different things, enter different arenas, because you never know where your shit gonna pop at. And if you're lucky and you keep putting in that work, it's gonna pop a lot of different places and put you in a position where you can do whatever you want and wherever you want. So I think that's the model that HOV is showing. You a drug dealer, rapper, CEO, clothing line, sneaker deal, freaking president of the label, liquor, sports team, arena,
Rock Nation, brunch,
management,
excellent management. You name it, he has his finger on it.
You feel me? And
he got Basquiat
and
paintings and all that
real
artwork.
And then you want to even, anything else? Family. He's been able to, and granted, money different. He has money, but the message is you could be everything you fucking want to be, and it don't matter where you started at, as long as you're willing to put the work in and keep your head up. So kudos to you, sir.
Yes. So everyone, if you're in the New York City location, go to the Brooklyn Central Library on 10th and Grand Army Plaza in Brooklyn, New York. The exhibit is free, but they, depending on what day you go, the capacity limits, you might not be able to get to see the whole exhibit. But please, they got the whole display out. They got special limited edition library cards, so a nigga might gotta get a new library card. You feel me? But shout out to you, HOV, though. All right, what's next on the dock?
We got to talk about our favorite rappers. We got Drake up next. I said we was gonna miss it, but it's right here. Drake and Ebro. If you were living under a rock in the recent weeks, Drake just started his tour trying to catch a show, but a controversy came up on one of the first tour dates. He had the LED sign that pretty much called out Childish Gambino about "This Is America." He called the song overrated, and in response to the fact that song was originally Drake diss. And Ebro made a comment. He said, "I think that's whack because Drake don't never touch on issues."
Yeah.
And
Drake has never shown up to have anything to say about anything going on in society with black folks.
Yeah, and then to his point, he elaborated that "This Is America," while you might not be able to play it in a club or anything like that right now, when it came out, it was a powerful moment. And I'm gonna agree. As an educator, I use that song to teach lessons, so I'm not going to front like it wasn't.
Okay, let's have a real conversation.
Let's have a real. I'm ready.
Besides the visual, is the song good?
I like it. I played it.
Now the visual, I'll give you. If you want to get the visual of it high praise, I'm with you on that. You won't get an argument out of me. But the song, the actual song, is mid.
I will disagree because I think that some songs have staying power. Does it have staying power in terms of like wanting in rotation? No, I'll give you that. But at the moment it dropped, what it stood for, and you heard it, it was memeable, it was relatable, it was powerful. And I think that even now, like, and this might be corporate shit, if you type in like a Black Anthem, like kind of like revolutionary type playlist or like Juneteenth playlist, some shit like that, it's going to be on it. And you hear it, and it's like, it's not a bad song. And he put people in play. He got fucking Thug a Grammy. He got Quavo a Grammy. Niggas that was on the record. So, and you talking about impact in the moment, it capitalized. And I liken it to a movie. There are great movies that you never have to watch again. So, and
Wait, that's not mean that great, man. Then you can go watch it again.
But I'm saying you don't have, but you can't. You
great
can't.
Movies supposed to have a playable.
Not necessarily. Sometimes some shit is hard to watch. Some things you don't want to relive. I don't watch slave movies anymore because I can't do it. But that doesn't mean like Emancipation wasn't a good movie. I just won't watch it.
I love Django.
Even that, like a good movie, you can. But if you go back to This Is America, you're not gonna be like, oh, this is the worst shit I ever heard. Is it anything like Drake has in his catalog? No. Do Drake have songs with more staying power? Absolutely. But it does the song a disservice to call it, to say it was overrated. Because it did
I just think he did that because Childish Gambino said it was a diss. So he was like, I'm going to throw a shot back at you. You feel me? Like,
yeah, but it's not.
Just be on his petty shit. I don't think he really was trying to shake the room with that.
But to Ebro's point, it's like, that nigga, Childish Gambino wears midriff shirts, one pieces. You married a white woman. No offense, white women. We love y'all, but not that much compared to our queens. But you feel me? Like, there's so much you can make fun of him for, but something that, and if I'm Childish Gambino, I'd be like, this overrated song has done more than any of your records have from an acclaim standpoint. From an acclaim song of the year.
See, I was with you until you said that last part.
Now here's the part. You're going to bring up streaming numbers and shit like that. I said acclaim.
Not bringing streaming numbers.
What you going to bring up? Please, what are you going to bring up?
He was the voice of the youth at one point.
What is that?
He helped.
How is that accolade? How is that tangible?
In regions of hip hop.
How is that?
Birthplaces in hip hop.
You're not arguing my point. You're just throwing up a bunch of superlatives. I said
how
a superlative most likely to reach the youth. Superlative, he ushered in regions. I said accolades, awarded, respected. Drake has. I gave you the point about
he has all the awards that.
How he doesn't have song of the year. He doesn't have record of the year. In multiple,
I think God Plan. I think God's Plan got something like that.
It won best rap song. It won best rap song. It did not win song of the year. It won for a category. This Is America won. It might be white people, but it was on end of year list. I'm saying acclaim for this one record. You want to say it's overrated when you look at the history books. It's going to say it has these accolades. It was this XYZ song on this list, that list, that list. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to poke fun at somebody, don't give them a lane to. If Childish wanted to say that shit, what do you respond with? I sold more records than you? Of course you did. You're fucking Drake. You're supposed to. But this one song has done more than any of your songs have done.
So we just going to give him one song over whole Drake's discography.
Again, you're going in a different lane. I said,
no, but you say you comparing this song to anything that Drake has in his discography.
I'm saying the accolades that this song,
accolades.
The accolades and impact that this song have trump anything in Drake's discography. Not streaming numbers. If you want to talk about general spends, cool. But awards, reception, interest.
I got Drake over everything. Over acting.
I'm not.
Maybe over comedy. Childish Gambino beats him in that regards because he started as a stand-up comedy. Acting wise, I got Drake. Maybe skit wise, I might give it to Childish.
They pretty even.
Give it to Childish.
They're pretty even in the acting, I think.
Rapping wise, I'm giving it to Drake.
Rapping wise, I give
even R&B.
But I'm not arguing.
Even R&B.
But
I'm going to give it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tie it up to. No, I'm saying I'm not arguing your part that you said before. But I'm just saying overall, just verses.
That's all. Can you say he's a better artist than Child? Absolutely, I'll give you that all day of the week. All I'm saying is the point that he made, and we're getting away from the major point. But the point that he made, Childish Gambino could shit on him with it. All he has to do is put up the accolades and be like, "Yeah, you got numbers. I got hardware."
But do you really want rappers? So back to original what Ebro was saying. Do we want rappers to? Do you want want Drake to talk about it, because when I hear stuff like that, I feel like it reminds me of the Dave Chappelle joke. What the fuck do I care what Ja Rule is saying?
I don't necessarily want Drake to say anything. I think that, again, the hole in his argument was that he tried to call out something that was a moment and powerful here, right? And I think that when you take a shot at somebody, right? And we and you was to beef, I am not going to shoot at you with something that you could retort back at me as something you do better or something that was more important. I think that Drake is smart. He understood the conversation. He might have all been in good fun. But I think that the conversation about it is like there were so many ways to hit it. And Drake, to his credit, absolutely does say shit about issues, but they're veiled. They're not necessarily in the singles. They're not necessarily, I won't say they're not powerful, but it's like it's like a catch it and you missed it moment. And I think from certain artists, you don't care, but you want the biggest artists at times to take a stance. And I understand why he didn't. Look at Usher. When Usher started taking a stance, they took away that nigga music. He had to go to Vegas. Because Usher,
and also you could also get caught up into that. I forgot a couple artists who said one thing and then they try to divvy back into a lot of stuff, and then it takes that one time for you to have a difference in opinion with the public for them to start hating you. You're right. So when I say I think from Drake's standpoint, even though I don't know Drake, I think when he says is overrated and mid, I just think he says the lyrics. I think he will agree with you. The music, I think the visual deserves all the accolades, and the context in the song is very needed. But when you look at it from a song, because Drake is a songwriter, when you actually look at the lyrics and break him down, to him it's kind of like this shit ain't really anything compared to him.
Absolutely. And like I said, in the music way, you're not like everything on an equal footing. If it was just a general song, cool. If it was a random single, Drake would be right. But because of what it created, that's why I was like, yeah, that wasn't the angle you should have took, big dog. It's like when you cut somebody ass, like I said, you're not going to say something they can say right back to you and make it worse. Like, bitch,
Drake going, this is a little appetizer from Drake. This was a little teaser.
You're not going to bother that.
You
man.
already know and for the Dogs album, he's throwing shots. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm preparing for all the sneak disses that he about to give Childish.
I hope so.
He about to say, you nigga, you not even a red bone, nigga, you a skin bone like the IG. I can already see the bars already for Childish.
If it comes off like if he comes off like that, I don't want to hear it. But I'm excited for all the Dogs.
Chill out. I was trying to get a Childish Gambino.
Anyways, let's keep.
Don't do that. I got bars. Hold on.
I will mute you right now. Let's keep
I got bars strictly for stars. Catch a grenade.
Anyways, he's muted, y'all. Sorry. So, anyways, moving forward, continuing with the beef, Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. The saga continues. You want to talk about this, B?
Oh, man. So essentially, Draymond Green went on the Pat Bev podcast and started releasing more details about the Jordan Poole situation, and basically insinuating that Jordan Poole probably had said something to get his ass hit up with the Superman punch, which that led to Jordan Poole dad basically saying like, yo, you didn't even apologize to my wife or me. And if it was me, my nigga, it's up and it's stuck, and I would have fucked you up. What's your whole thought about that?
You want to defend your kid. I think it just, the thing about it, if I'm being totally honest, I respect Dray. I think Draymond, his media personality, I watched him on the Paul George podcast. Like, he understands what he's doing. I just feel like, I get it. It was the season. You couldn't really address it. I just feel like now that he got traded, it's over. You feel me? And I understand, like, from a media sense and just like us wanting to know, like I get that, but it's like at this point it's just gonna be catty. I don't like niggas being catty. Oh, yeah. I don't like that. Like, I feel like it's just beneath both of them. Like, all right, you got your bread, he got his team, like y'all got a ring out of it, y'all gonna have y'all static. I seen Jordan Poole's mans was basically like, yeah man, we was riding with you and shit. You wasn't being a leader. It doesn't absolve if Jordan Poole really said nothing or he did something, but it's at the same point, it's like you should have been better. And I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, you talk shit to the wrong nigga on the wrong day as a grown ass man, things happen. But to the same point, I'm just like, yo, y'all just making this shit more dramatic than it has to be. And I'm like, call a nigga, squash it. If you can't squash it, leave it the fuck alone. Because I think that's. I
don't think it was ever squashed. I just think it was just put it under the table for the season. Let's not draw too much attention to it. Because even afterwards, they never really had no real interaction as teammates like they did before.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a traumatic experience on both parties. Like Draymond, I get it. You know, you had to be the leader. You had to do what you got to do. But then you don't put your hands on niggas. Like you're not Jordan. Like even the Jordan Steve Kerr shit wasn't happening in this era without Jordan taking a hit. You feel me? So it's
but he said, but Draymond just said, I don't just hit people. Dialogue, of course, happens over time, and you usually ain't just triggered by something that fast. We know stuff you don't say amongst men, so it's probably something I've been festering. Yeah. Jordan Poole was the new guy. They was basically put him in the big three instead of Draymond, and I think that caused adversity. But I don't blame Jordan Poole, Dad. I feel like as that's your son, you better stand 10 toes down. But hopefully Jordan Poole go balls out there in DC, man, and be careful with the DC women. Jordan Poole, they gonna take your boots and everything else. Now, man, I don't know when this story is gonna finish, and I'm not.
I really want to give this shit credit. I don't even. You care about this lady?
It's just sad because once again, it's like the Carlee Russell situation. There are women that actually are going through domestic violence and are scared to even say stuff because you have individuals like this making allegations when we know for a fact, baby girl, you are out your mind.
She clout chasing.
So Moriah Mills allegedly said that.
You know her name. She's been in your search history before. Moriah Mills.
Nah, her porn type trash.
That don't mean you haven't searched it. Exactly. Look, see,
I had to search it for podcast purposes.
Shut your lying ass up. Continue.
So allegedly now, after fake getting a tattoo, we even talked about that. She did a little clout chasing about getting a tattoo on her face of Zion's name. Now she claiming that Zion didn't give her the 60-something thousand that he was supposed to give her in June, and now she's going to come to the media about the alleged abuse that he's been giving to her, physical abuse.
She played the game all wrong. You
should have started off with that.
I was about to say, if you was going to extort my boy, you had a why? You was in love with him 3 weeks ago. Back then, he used to love me. Now I'm hot. Now I don't want you all on me. Look, she's wilding. She's wilding, and you lost all credibility. And look, this might not go well. If he's beating your ass, you lost it. You fucked up. Unless you got concrete evidence, like you have to come through with the clearest video of a 6'7", 325-pound motherfucker smacking the shit out of you. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like there is no way. Like I don't get it. And it's like you look at the think pieces. You look at she don't love herself, all that. Like I'm not even gonna put that on her. But there's something genuinely wrong here.
It's clout disease. That's what it is. It's clout. She suffered from clout disease, cloutitis. She's seen that she's getting her message up. Most likely, there's a bunch of you horny ass niggas subscribed to her OnlyFans or made her search history and Pornhub go up, so she getting bread. She also still talking to this nigga, and this nigga was trying to give her money to calm her ass down. She suffered from clout disease.
Damn.
She knows that's what's going to get her in the headline again.
But bro, how you think his other baby mom? He said his other baby mom used to be outside too. Like, yo, he going through it. I feel for my guy.
I ain't gonna hold you, Zion. You better walk on eggshells with her.
I ain't. No, I'm about to get in trouble. Zion, go get you a white girl. She'll wait a couple years before she use you. She ain't gonna.
Okay, Kevin Durant.
She might wait a couple years. You not picking the good sisters, bro. I don't think your judgment is good. Go get you a Karen. Just let it ride.
Well, give her what Serena says. Right, maybe you might have to cuff a stripper. That's in-house entertainment right there.
Nah,
get you a nice little ball.
I don't know. What? She never mind. They said never mind. I ain't gonna besmirch that woman's good name.
Kevin Durant. I put Kevin Durant here real quick. Is Kevin Durant? I know you are trying to change the narrative about you not being affected by social media, and but I need you to stay off, bro. Go on your burner accounts, and he making joke of him having a burner account, which is so corny that I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, and then he got cooked by Ryan Davis. You can play a little bit of this real quick.
Yesterday, Kevin Durant said that I was a trash comedian.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
Dad, bro, why you get personal? I ain't talking about that monstrosity sitting on top of your head. I kept it basketball. You said that offense wins championships instead of defense winning championships, and I disagreed. I said it's probably the thinking that you have is why you haven't got close to competing for a title since leaving Golden State. Because during Golden State's run, they had a top 3 defensive efficiency. That's a fact. Since defense isn't as important, explain this to me, Eddie Kane Jr. In the modern era of basketball, the Hall of Famers...
You could go watch the rest of the video on Ryan Davis, the comedian shit. But basically, started off with that, and I just seen Kevin Durant inserting himself in a whole bunch of conversation, and he continued to... And I'm just like, bro, you made a decision to go to Golden State, bro. My whole thing about that is, and we don't have to stay too long on it, stand by your fucking decision, bro. I feel like every year we get chinks in your armor of you being insecure about you going to Golden State. You knew what the fuck you was doing when you got your ass whooped and you went off next year over there. You knew the hate that you was going to get. Stay by it, bro. Stop being insecure about this shit, bro. It's fucking up your legacy right now to me, though. Because it's making you look more sensitive than ever. And now you in a new situation, because to be honest with you, you literally in two situations where you have people around you in your organization that could help you win the championship. So now if you don't win a championship, bro, it's going to heavily impact your career.
Agreed. I don't think there's much else to say. Definitely room for him, but at the same point, sometimes you got to let people talk. You're not going to change people's mind with words. Let me not say it that way. You can, but you're in a high-profile sport where, unfortunately, no matter what you say, you're going to be judged based on we are results-oriented. So,
yeah.
If you get this next one, you can say whatever you want. I got 3 now, and I carried. What up?
That's a fact.
Even though he's on another super team, but it's not the same kind of situation.
Yeah. Bobo is going to do his thing, though.
I'm happy.
Shout out to the Cleveland. Oh, you got?
I'm happy for him. Happy for Bobo. Shout out to Bobo. Should have went to the Lakers, but it's okay.
Yeah. Shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. This is Cleveland. This is for you. Summer League champions over here. I ain't going to lie to you. A lot of people saying Imani Bates. Imani Bates is a steal. He's a steal.
I just feel like I'm happy for them. We all understand that draft and NBA teams you got to get those lottery picks, but they call it lottery picks because they can be boom or bust. You go on based off what you see on paper. It's them late round picks that really make or break you because it's like as the 8th man in your rotation could be somebody else's 6th or 4th man, nigga, you doing good. And I think that's the conversation you should be having about guys like Imani Bates. We remember we put too much expectation on him. His pops kind of let that shit go to his head. Didn't put him in an advantageous situation. But one thing they always said, that boy could score. And what he did, score 17 points, 6 rebounds. I'm happy for him. But now that's summer league. That's a bunch of hungry young cats, lions trying to get to the meat, trying to get to the league. You feel me? But now it's like, all right, what do you do when that's OG Anunoby or Jimmy Butler guarding you? Are you just pulling those shots? And if you got I think the confidence right there, that's great. I want to see him. This is not meant to be disrespectful. I don't want to see him be J.R. Smith, even though that's a great career. 2 championships, 6th man of the year. If you would show me J.R. Smith, like young J.R. Smith now, I'd be like, oh, he's about to be an all-star. So I saw he started rebounding. They started playing some good initial defense. Keep working. All those summer league cats keep working because the idea is like, I think when you're young and you play sports, I'm going to NBA. I'm going to, I'm playing for Real Madrid. I'm going to the NBA. Nigga, get your bills paid from playing your sport. Get better. You hear stories every year about dudes. I was, number 1 player in high school, a top number 1 in my state. Pat Bev, 35 points a game.
Pat Bev, I didn't even know Pat Bev. He's from Chicago. He was literally the number 1 scorer
in Chicago.
Now he's known as a defensive specialist. He said it on his podcast. He was never really a defensive guy, but he had to find his niche in the NBA so he could still get the bread. And now every year he's in trade talks, but he still got money coming in.
He gets signed every year. He just got signed by Philly. So it's just like, get your bills paid. Put work in on your craft. This is an analogy outside of basketball. Like, the main dream is dope. Put yourself in a position to win. But shout out to the Cavs. Shout out to Houston. Them Houston boys is going to be a fucking problem. And the fact that they did all of that with Cam Whitmore, my nigga, keep it going. 20 points, Summer League regular games MVP. But they got them them Houston boys, they 2 or 3 deep at every position. I'm excited to see the league. OKC, all the young teams got it right now. Like, even, like, I can't.
What do you think about Chet Holmgren?
Yeah. I liked him since he was in high school. I think that, you know what it is? He's versatile. So even if he's never a 25 and 15 person, he will be like our generation's at worst. I don't want to say Sean Bradley or Manute Ball, but somebody that's like, he's going to be impactful without needing the ball. He can shoot. He can block shots. He gets stronger, get a little couple post moves or something, or, just that short floater or whatever. and playing pick and roll with Shea and Giddey and everything, the future's bright. And I think, the thing is, do we have another Bron yet? Not right now. But the last couple of cycles, what you're seeing is that the league is developing to the point where every team got 2 dogs on it. So it's like, it really comes down to how you build out the rest of your roster. So I'm excited to see that.
All right. Now, a little bit before we get to our song of the week, NFL running back drama. Giants, once again.
Raiders, too.
And Raiders, bro. Give that man his money. Even though, yes, the lifespan of I don't want to say lifespan, but career span of a running back. Career span is short, but it's really, they're making basically the running back obsolete now.
But can I ask something?
Yeah.
Because I liken this to like what the NBA did with like mid-range jump shooters and shit like that. Like, they found a way to diminish something that is essential to the game. Like, analytics said, you get the most bang for your buck in threes and layups, right? But what happens in the last 5 minutes of a game where niggas got no legs to shoot threes and the defense is set so you can't get all the way to the rim? What are you taking? Mid-ranges. And if you don't got a nigga on your team that can do that, most times you lose. You feel me? That could go isolation, pull up. That's the same thing with the running back.
Yeah, for the NFL, what they do now is, instead of just paying, you know how before there would be only like one big running back, like a Sean Alexander, you feel me?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Now they do a combo. So instead of paying all that money for one person, they're going to split that between 2 people. So best case scenario, if you could see Ezekiel Elliott from Cowboys and Tony Pollard, they follow in that model where they get 2 backs and they use it like that. But Saquon is basically the heart of the Giants right now.
He's the offense. It runs through him. Team's game plan for him and then second read for everybody else. And
for a kicker, no offense to you kickers, to be averaging more than running backs in the league, when literally running backs are, the shelf life, they don't make it to 30, bro. That means they only get about 6 to 8 years of basically a career. They don't really make it past 30. For you guys, for them running through the walls, getting injured, X, Y, and Z, for them to not give them the bread, bro, that shit is crazy to me, bro.
No, 100%. And I think that's, again.
And I think he's well in his rights to hold out because they're going to franchise tag him. And, bro, get your money, bro. Get your money. Even though I know the thing about him is about him being injury prone, but at the end of the day, when he's on the field, you can't deny him. And you know the Giants are going to go through him if he's on the field.
That's the finale I'm going to add on. You nailed it. Like, give that man his money. Don't play.
Facts. All right. Song of the week. You can go listen to our previous songs of the week on our Apple Music playlist, or our Spotify music playlist. All right. You could go listen to our previous song of the week on Apple Music playlist or our Spotify music playlist, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite, Slick. Drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toxic Service announcement. All right, it's just Slick and I this week, but we got some topics to talk about, man. So we did the aftermath for the Keke Palmer situation. Now, the Adam 22 and Lena Plug situation. Now, the porno between Jason Love and Lena the Plug came out, and Slick, one word to describe it.
Shit.
Mid. She can't take dick.
Underwhelming. You know what's wild? I don't even say that. I was like, that nigga had a post-game interview. He's like, yeah, it's 10 inches, but 7 inches around. Bro. So, I didn't expect you to be able to take a hit of like 7. I was like, nigga.
Nigga on the whole media run, bro. I just seen this nigga do so much goddamn interviews. I'm like, since when you just fucked one girl, bro? Imagine you fuck one girl, you just start doing press conference all over.
They have literally, but honestly, from a business standpoint, it's genius. They literally have just reorganized the fucking porn game because it's like, yo, if you got a bad bitch about to do something that she's never done on camera before, yo, this is how you market it. Sans the cuckold shit, because that's a whole different conversation we're about to get into. But like, yo, I mean, from a marketing standpoint, kudos to them if it's all jokes. But at the same point, I was telling Shorty this. I was like, nah, that nigga's going through it. She's like, why? I mean, it's their job. I was like, legitimately, it's all good if this is for the bread, But you gotta look at you gotta live with yourself with that. And I'm like, if you that strong, like I get it. I think the average man is gonna say something along the lines of like, yo, I'm not pimping my shorty out to get, fucked by some other nigga. And vice versa. Is like the media run is cool, but like this wasn't y'all steez. Y'all wasn't doing this. So whatever transpired to make this a thing, you gotta deal with that energy. That's why I was like, it's weird. Cause I'm like, every nigga is, this might not go, every nigga has been in a position where like some shit has happened where they done did some shit or some shit that happened. We like, all right, I'm gonna let some shit slide and let you like, I don't say let, not fuck, I'm gonna let you do some shit that we normally don't do. And it's gonna happen and you're gonna be feeling real, real odd about the situation. Maybe not now, maybe not tomorrow, but in the future, they're gonna be like, I shouldn't have let that happen. And granted, they got the bag. Congratulations.
Quick question, Slick.
What happened? No.
You let your shorty get...
No.
You buying her Urus?
No. No, I don't share. I don't play that shit. I was like, if you start stepping out and toe tapping, I'm like, all right, I'm like, all right, cool, we out.
It's like a hall pass. You feel me?
But that's not my steezy. If I was into that type of shit, if I was that type of nigga off rip where it was like, all right, cool, you fuck who you want, I fuck who I want type shit. That's the agreement. That's different. But it's like, I don't go into that because I don't like that shit.
No problem. I think once again, clout disease. I think we need to coin a phrase. I don't know, cloutism or some shit. We have to make a disease name for clout, because I just real live seen a nigga pimp out his wife on national news and market around it. This shit is sad all around. I don't have no problem doing what they are doing, but him trolling and her tweeting, he made like
a fake little diss record or some shit like, oh, you gotta be respectful, you gonna fuck my man or some shit like that.
You gotta be respectful if that's still my husband. And then he's over here talking about, I don't want you talking about, trying to create this fake persona of beef. I'm like, bro, this shit is disgusting overall. I don't have no problem with the actual content being created, even though that shit was type mid.
It was whack. It was whack.
And then also I can't stand. I don't know how the hell you able to eat food, bro. Because he just said I couldn't give her the whole glizzy. I had to give her a little 5.5. I'm like, oh my god, my heart will break. Like he was saying, like, when Shorty used to the same peen for 7 years, so I couldn't give it to her all the way. I'm like, oh my god, my heart, my heart. I was hurting, man. But like you said, bro, when he gets into his home, he sits down, quiet, by himself with no media, no nothing. That shit gonna eat him alive, bro. The shit catch you eventually. It might not be for decades. One day you gonna sit there and like, yo, we really did that shit. What did Thanos say? What did it cost me? Everything. But next, because like I said before, No Jumper earlier was on a decline. I dead said that. I was like, they was giving allegations towards my man's as the platform was plummeting. So what do you do when in case of emergency, the fuck my wife card? Like what? And now my question is, that was a powerful card. But then what happens in 2 weeks? We don't care no more. Let's be real. In the sex industry, shit happens. Once it's out, we don't care. Oh, the sex tape. Once you see it, again, it's one of those things. Unless it's really good, you're not going back to it. Let's be real. And you know what I fear is what you're gonna do now, because now there's talks of them doing a scene with a lot of male performing now. So I'm like, all right, so you're going to continue this, bro? Be careful, bro, because I don't want to hear in a couple of years y'all get divorced off of separate or anything because of this. And I feel like this might go down the line. But hey, man, you made your money. She got a Lambo. I ain't gonna hate, do you? But you know what I'm gonna hate? All these girls over here complaining about some goddamn ice cream date, Slick. Oh, that's your shit. I'm in my red pill bag. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm in my red pill bag because, ladies, are we dating to get to know each other? Or are we dating for aesthetics or just a meal? Because, like, I'm so fucking confused that y'all don't think ice cream dates or something like that, it ain't really a date. Because like,
they're not date. This might not go. A lot of women right now are not dating with intention, or the intentions are so high that it's
that's the ice cream truck outside.
That is fire. That is fire. They did it right. But they're dating with intentions that's so high. It's like, yo, I can't meet you there. You feel me? So now you setting yourself up to get hurt. And I think again, the moniker to not get hurt and not be uncomfortable. What do? Oh, I want only one. What's the benefit of me talking to you? It's transactional, and I don't think that that's something that can really be supported. And it's like you could say whatever you want to say about that statement, But it's like, if you're doing things for transaction, like, what's the point? Like, when I was outside and I was just fucking,
be real with it, Slick.
Yeah.
The whole thing about it is be real with yourself, because then you do the transactional. And when I want to do the transactional, that's when you want to sit here and come with me with morals, or you think I'm a piece of meat, or only thing you think about is sex and all that. But look what you're presenting out there. You're not trying to get to know me for real. You're more care about the aesthetics. And once again, this is not for all women. I gotta put the little PC stuff. This is for women that thinks that ice cream dates are not acceptable for the first date. Now, granted, I don't think y'all in a relation. I don't think, even 2 to 3 dates, two to three dates, y'all still doing ice cream dates and coffee dates. Like, yeah, nigga, wild out for that.
Why? Why? How do you know?
No, I'm saying switch it up.
But I'm saying, why not?
Like,
I feel like, well, what if you still trying to get to know them? Like, again, and what if you outside? Like, again, I don't condone. It's not simping, but it's like, I'm throwing a bag at you to impress you on date 3 if I don't really even fuck with you. Like, if I don't fuck with you like that. You feel me? That's why I'm like, That's why I'm like, there's nothing wrong with little dates and little things to get to know somebody, so you can know if it's genuine. So then, this might not go well again. Sometimes people get categorized. Oh, this the fool person. This the fun person. This the shorty I like. This the shorty I don't like. This the one I'm fucking. Like, I'm fucking for fun. I'm fucking her friend too. Like, you feel me? You get put in the boxes, but it's based off of data. You feel me? We went on a couple dates.
And you know what kills me? Oh, but you guys be expecting booty on the first night. Yo, then that's a clear indication not to fuck with that nigga. If you're not on that type of time and that nigga takes you on an ice cream date and expect booty, red flag. Move away from the nigga. That means that nigga's a no-go.
Yeah, it's a level of accountability.
You should be even happy about that a nigga reveal himself that early like that to you.
I'm about to say.
I don't understand. It's like when the whole debate going about, and it's like, bro, the reason why, and it's going to get me canceled again, the reason why women feel this way is because y'all don't typically have to pay for dates. If y'all had a financial risk into this shit, y'all will be coming different. Y'all be wanting some damn Haagen-Dazs, but because y'all don't pay, y'all are comfortable. Shout out to Big Money V with the lemon drops, catch steaks, and the aesthetics, because y'all not coming out of pocket for it.
That's true.
That's why y'all are comfortable.
And I think as a guy, like early on in dates, even if she offered a split or whatever, that's fire, because it's like, all right, you coming with your own. I don't have to be that. It's not necessarily that. You might have another nigga that is doing that. That's cool. It's early. You feel me? But I think that's definitely, like, you can't shame. Like, now we date shaming, we first date shaming, trip shaming. It's so much bullshit and like fluff built around it. It's like, it's unnecessary.
It's like, what is the date for? That's my whole thing. And we're gonna when we have a lot of female co-hosts, we're gonna ask this question, like, what is the date for? Is it to get to know each other, or is it for you to get the aesthetic, for you to get a free meal? Let me know so I know how to go about it. But at the end of the day, I'm coming out my pockets $200, $300 just to get to know what's your favorite color.
That's the question,
bro.
Niggas like, what's your favorite color? Like, yeah.
Why am I'm really spending that much money to get to know your favorite color? Wow, we could have just done a simple coffee date, a simple ice cream date. Find out if the chemistry is there or not, and to build upon it. And then me personally, with my dates, I don't really like going to just sitting down eating shit. I like to do some activities, but I'm not gonna know to do the activities with you unless I have a precursor.
That's true.
I need a precursor. I need to be able to sit down and talk to you and have that. And then the thing about it that pissed me off with this too, Slick, and we're gonna go to the next topic, is now you're even shutting down the texting stage now. Now it's like
hold on. Yo, remember back in the day, you get a girl number, the first thing I do, yo, do you want to play 20 questions?
You feel me?
You so
like
dick.
You was able to talk to a girl for a while before, so that could kind of work as a precursor. Now shorties is like, bro, if you're not trying to link, you're not trying to give me on a date within the first week or so,
you a dub.
Delete. They blocking you.
Yeah, you a dub.
So it's kind of like, bro, we are asked out and we're having to make this investment and do all this for what? You gotta sift through a couple, some dirt to get to some gems. That's how it go on both sides. Oh man, but the NPC wave. What's this shit, Slick? We had Pinky Dog going crazy. Go ahead, Slick.
I just found out what this shit was yesterday. I saw Timberland gave mad coins to Shorty. Essentially, people, I knew this was going to happen. People started emulating non-playable characters in video games, and apparently there's a Shorty Pinky doll. Shout out to her hustle. She is pulling in racks $4,000, $5,000 a day, $3,000 on her OnlyFans page off of just emulating. OnlyFans might be going up, but she's emulating non-playable characters. You play video games with characters that have basic motions. They don't really do much. They don't play a role in the story. They just interact with them. They say simple things. So Shorty has definitely been on the come up. And now other people, like in most social media trends, are starting to emulate it. You mentioned some dude that's doing Spider-Man shit.
This is my favorite one real quick. This is only a 15-second though. This is my favorite one. If they do an NPC like this, I like this wave.
Damn one. Thank you for the glizzy. 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 Thank you for the glizzy.
What the fuck did you just send to my fucking phone?
That's an example of niggas hopping on the train and trying to get this clout, bro. I don't know what's wrong with folks, bro. This shit really a pandemic over here, bro.
I mean,
clout is really a disease now, bro.
At 18, 19, 20, between 18 and 24, if they told you could pull, even as a nigga, $1,000 a day doing some stupid shit,
this might not go well. This might not go well.
Podcast, sound effect, dickhead,
the big three.
Wilding outside the whole time. Just, money, cash, hoes, money, cash, hoes, money, cash, hoes. Like, I'm wilding.
Oh man, that's so stupid, bro. I don't know what to say. All right, so to end the episode out, let's do our choose one. We'll save the if you're a smasher power lifter next week. Our choose one. Slick, would you rather? Shout out to All Deaf Squadcast for this. Would you rather marry the person you lost your virginity to, or keep the first job you had forever? Choose one.
I'm keeping the first job I had forever. I'm not going front. I'm not going to tell the first part of the story.
Don't get yourself in trouble now.
It's a story. It's happened. It's the past.
What was your first job?
I worked at a summer camp in Sunnyside. I was 14, working with a bunch of 17, 18, 19-year-olds. This camp opened my eyes to what is possible in a school because they had jujitsu class and cooking class and went on some fire-ass trips. And, I was 14. I was going into 9th grade. So I was still a 8th grader mindset. And these, we played ball. We had fun. We just did mad fun shit. And it was like a real adventure. Like I got there on my own. That's like my first real period of independence. And I think if I stayed working there, I probably still would have ended up on the paths I've been on professionally. But no, it's just one of those situations I wouldn't mind. Like my virginity, like that shit, nigga, it was raining.
My first job was at Seagate Beach Club. Shout if you from Coney, you know where that at. I don't think I could work there, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, the girl I lost my virginity to, she got a couple kids now. I ain't gonna lie, she hit.
That means that coochie work. You wildin'. That means that coochie work. That shit is efficient.
Nah, I don't. No. It's by the same nigga, so that's invalid though. I tell you right now, coochie only valid by that standard if it's by two different baby daddies. That's when a lot of nigga want to seed you up, that means it's valid.
When a nigga be like, ooh,
can't see,
and he said, ooh, me next.
If it's getting seed up by the same nigga, that shit is not that valid.
I was about to say, he's like, oh, this is my bitch. Hold on, y'all. I'm already got one. Might as well get another one. Boop.
Exactly. It's convenience. It's not valid.
Listen,
it's
you just call Shorty's children convenience kids. She got convenience store kids. That's wild.
But I don't know. When I worked the same job, I did like my Seagate Beach Club. It was a summer job that I did. Even during college, every time we came back from break, I was working there. It was good, had a lot of Italian bosses, Italian mob bosses and shit like that. And they fed, I don't know, maybe, you know what? I'm going to go with the first job. I think I had a lot of memories and I'm still cool with the people that was there. But forever, though, I ain't going to lie. I can't be 60 at a beach club doing security.
You ain't say you couldn't move up in the ranks. Beach club might be a front for the mob. They might be putting you on.
Oh, so I could sleep with the fishes?
You be eating good. At least you ain't got you ain't got convenience store pussy. You chilling.
You feel me? Once again, if it's not seated up by two baby daddies, the pussy is not valid. All right, thank you guys for another episode of This Might Not Go. Please follow us on all social media. This Might Not Go. If you're in the brand new deals, business opportunities, please email us at thismightnotgo@gmail.com and go download the Alive Podcast app on iOS and Android and subscribe and show love on there for us. I'm the host with the most, him Butler, him Duncan, Himmy Turner. BB's AK Poppy Sazon.
It's your boy Slick. Y'all be great. We see y'all next week. We out of here. Peace.
Just take the beats.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.